Hi, Bonbon here. It's time to start 2022 with a Bonbon B apology video. Now, I have directly apologised to the person most directly affected. I've done this over Discord. But if you feel directly or indirectly affected by my Move It Is Broken video, then this is aimed directly at you as well. I am personally sorry for any inconvenience or pain that I've caused. The purpose of this video is mostly self-learning, I feel. There's no monetization on this one, so I'm not looking to make any money from this. But this is so that I don't just, in my head, sweep the problem under the carpet and hope that it's not seen, hide it away, be ashamed of it, put it behind closed curtains or anything like that. By talking openly into a microphone and making it public, it means that I can't compartmentalize this into the back of my brain, and it means that while I will make mistakes in the future because I'm a human being, I don't have a team of checkers behind me. And even if I did, I probably would still make mistakes because that happens anyway. But while I don't have that going, I will make mistakes in the future. Hopefully there'll be different mistakes because I will have learned from this one. We're all moving forward, hopefully. Anyway, what happened? What went wrong? Why did it go wrong? Right, so a few days ago, I was minding my own business, everything was fine, and then I had a whole bunch of messages in the space of a day or so. And they were all very, very similar to each other. They were all basically saying, Move It is broken. Now, there should have been a little red warning light for me in my head because Move It wasn't broken for me. But when 15 people, it was about 15, I haven't got the numbers in front of me, but it was about 15 people. When you get that number of people all coming to you in a short spell of time, some of which you trust because they are known to you, they people that comment on your videos regularly have clearly got experience in the game, other people who I've never spoken to before who may be complete noobs to the game, a whole mix of people, but all reporting the same sorts of issues. They couldn't select nodes, they had missing props, floating props. I don't know, because my version of Move It is working absolutely fine. Had it been just one person, I would have written this one off as either a mod conflict, although I'm not really sure what mods conflict with Move It, or possibly that they just don't understand how to use the mod at all. Either way, if it's one person, it's quite easy to isolate what the problem is and to help them. When you get that number of people, you do the common sense thing, which for me was to go to the workshop and see what's happening, see what the chat is. Now, this was immediately after Christmas. I was bogged down with a whole bunch of things. I didn't have a huge amount of time, which will show in the eventual video that I made, where you'll see there's just a background card. I'm not actually recording anything. It was just a very short bullet point script that I worked from and ad-libbed. So yes, I didn't have time for the video. I didn't have a lot of time for the reading, for what turned out to be, shall we say, research for the video. Looking on the workshop, there were a number of people that had similar problems, a whole bunch of people, and there weren't any hints of any solutions at that time. I did notice that Move It had been updated. I believe it was Christmas Eve. Again, I'm working from memory here, but I believe it was Christmas Eve. And so for Move It to be working before Christmas and not to be working after Christmas, and there being an update, made perfect sense. Now, I wasn't cross about this because these things happen. The modding is not a simple thing. You've got so many variables that can cross over with each other that can directly, which you can do one thing on one mod and it can affect another mod, as it turned out. But so I saw this, and poor Cuboid, I'm thinking, because they're going to have the entire community. If I've got 15 people, ballpark, contacting me directly, they're going to have a whole lot more. Should I contact them directly? Well, turns out yes is the answer. I didn't want to add to the storm though, and it was quite obvious what the storm was, especially when one of the people that had messaged me actually had the solution. And the solution made perfect sense to me too. The solution was to use an old version of Move It, one of the Chinese variations that was branched off from Move It back in 2020. So it hasn't got all the latest bells and whistles on it, but it would still work for all of the basics. And with my game working, my Move It mod working, I hadn't actually got the latest update. I was still running on the pre-Christmas version. So all of this made perfect sense. Paching, in my head, I'm thinking, right, I can help a whole bunch of people without causing any hassle at all to Cuboid. All I need to do is give the solution. The solution, as it turned out, worked for, I think I got about 6 or 7 replies from people saying, excellent, thank you, it's fixed my problem. So the solution worked, but the message was wrong. Move It was not broken. And by reporting it as broken, just caused more problems for Cuboid. And Cuboid, I am so sorry, my friend. You do amazing work, and yeah, as do all of the top modders. The amount of stuff that you're doing is amazing. And I've gone and made things difficult for you by trying to be helpful. And I should have messaged. Thinking about it, and the thing is, I still feel like I'm just this little guy with a mic in the corner of my living room, and I've got to remember that when I upload a video, it's getting seen by a lot of people, and it's sending out a message to a lot of people. So maybe these modders would want to use me as a mouthpiece to say, hey, listen, had Move It actually been broken, maybe Cuboid could have said to me, yeah, you can upload a video, tell them this is how to temporarily fix it, tell them I'm really sorry. Of course, had I contacted them, they would have said, nah, it's fine. What are you talking about? The problem turned out to be the EML mod, which uploaded about the same time, and it's that's a library manager mod for props, which then works with the new Prop Anarchy mod from Keystar, who uploaded them up, and again, amazing work, but it had some indirect effects that hadn't been spotted, and they've already been buffed out. They've already been fixed already, which is just more amazing work from another amazing modder. So yeah, that was the problem. So while the solution that I gave worked, it was still the wrong message and saying the wrong things, and all I needed to do was drop a message to Cuboid. Of course, at that time, I'm making excuses now. I was busy. I wasn't too busy to sit down for 10 minutes and record a still card with some bullet points. That was about the best I could do in terms of the video in the time that I had available. I just assumed that everybody's exactly like me. And of course, fortunately, no, people are not exactly like me. So I guess I should just round off this video by saying officially, openly to Cuboid, I'm sorry for any extra stress or hassle that my video has caused for you, and to anybody directly or indirectly affected. Same goes to you guys. I am really sorry there. And to anybody who just watches my channel who has a little less faith in my channel now, my apologies to you as well. I finish this video with just 2 words. I'm sorry.